Hi, and welcome to Ivy English. I'm Angela.
And I'm Wesley.
Today is August the 6th. We're on page 17 of the magazine, and we're doing our news show where we do 2 short news articles to get you some interesting information and also to basically expose you to a different kind of English.
今天我们有个新闻集锦啊，那有2篇短文啊，都是新闻，那让各位接触一下不同的英文啊，跟这个杂志上一般的文章不同的英文。
What I mean is, when you're telling a longer story, you tend to pace it differently. But when you have to give a very a certain amount of information in a very concise format, you change the style of your sentences and you pack a lot more information in. And it's an interesting... I mean, I know that you guys don't have a lot of time because you're students and you're super busy, but if you're interested in improving your writing, what you can do is give yourself an exercise where you try to say the same thing in 3 different lengths. First, do the length that's natural to you. Some people are naturally very chatty, like myself, and some people are naturally very terse. And so push yourself to do the opposite of what's your normal habit, and that will improve your ability to use language and figure out, like, how do you get information down on paper in a way that people understand.
好，所以这个 Angela 老师讲说呢，这个短文跟长文的差别是，如果文章长度长一点的话，那作者他可能有不同的配速啊，他可能会有一些时间啊，他可能会慢慢的发展，慢慢的这个带作者进入他的文章啊，这速度会不一样，那这个写法也会不同。那如果比较短的文章的话，它就会在很短的空间、很短的时间里面，它会尽量把重要的讯息啊，把它排进去，把它放进去。好，所以如果各位要练习你的写作能力的话，有一个办法是，你可以试着看能不能用3种不同的长度写同一个 idea 啊，那你就可以试试看怎么样可以把这个 idea 可以把它写的用不同的速度、不同的这个配速的方式，把这个文章写出来啊，练习一下不同的写法。好，所以刚刚这。Angela 想到说，有的人呢，他这个比较喜欢 chatty 哈，或者是比较这个喜欢慢慢跟你聊，带入这个主题啊。有的人比较 terse 哈 ，terse 就是 T-E-R-S-E，terse 就是简洁啊，这个话不多，他讲话很精简、精炼那种不同的 style。
So our first article is called 24-Hour Operation Ends for 400 Taiwan 7-Eleven Stores. Actually, this title is fantastic. The entire article is in this title. You could just read the title and go on.
好，那这个标题取得非常好，因为其实整个新闻的重点全部放在这个 title 里面的啊。那我们的中文标题呢是不再全年无休，全台400家小七夜间不营业。
The title told us everything, but if we want to know more, we want to know why. Now we read the article.Last March, 7-Eleven Taiwan announced that 400 of its stores on the island would no longer be open 24 hours a day. The company said that certain shops that were less profitable during evening hours would be closed at night. Many of the affected branches are in commercial areas that empty out at the end of the workday. The general manager for operations noted that the company might cut back opening hours at other stores in Taiwan,and said more effort was going into innovation and the development of combination stores. At the time of the announcement, 7-Eleven Taiwan had 5,300 branches open, with plans to continue opening new shops. Last March, 7-Eleven Taiwan announced that 400 of its stores on the island would no longer be open 24 hours a day. Wow, so there's going to be a lot of stores that we're used to being there that aren't going to be.Yeah，
好，所以去年3月，那这个台湾的这个 7-Eleven 公司呢 announced 宣布啊，它有400家的店啊 on the island 就只在台湾，它在台湾的有400家店呢 would no longer 这个地方用 would 是因为它的主要动词 announced 是过去式啊，所以这地方这个 would 就从 will 变成了过去式 would 啊，它 would no longer 再也不会是 be open.24 hours a day 啊，不会再是24小时营业了。
So this is our title sentence. It's basically saying the same thing as the title in just a more sentence way as opposed to a title way.
这个地方其实这一句话就是我们的 title， 不过他用一个完整的句子来把这个 title 所表达的意思再讲一遍。
So the company said that certain shops that were less profitable during evening hours would be closed at night. So the reason for closing them is they're not actually, probably the cost of having a person standing there is, and the lights and everything else of being in business is less than what they're selling during those hours, and they want to save some money.
好，所以呢，这个公司说certain shops 某一些店that were less profitable 比较没有那么有获利那 profitable 就是有获利的有盈余的就是这个 yielding financial gain 但是它没有这个 financial gain 就是不赚钱的意思，所以比较不赚钱的一些店什么时候不赚钱呢？是 during evening hours 就是在夜间比较不赚钱的店 would be closed 会关闭 at night 会在晚上在夜间关闭，因为他们这个赚不到钱或者比较不赚钱。
But many of the affected branches, if they're affected, that means they're the ones who this is going to happen to them. Many of these branches are in commercial areas that empty out at the end of the workday. You know, in an industrial area, everyone goes home at like 5, 6, 7, or maybe 9 o'clock. And after that, no one's living there. No one's going to come into the 7-Eleven.
好，所以呢，他说有许多 affected 就是受到影响的，也就是说他们会夜间会关闭的这些 branches 指的是分店这些很多会受到影响不在24小时营业的分店呢是在哪里呢？在 commercial areas 在商业区那这商业区的特色就是 that empty out 这个 empty out 就会空掉人都会走光光那个 out 有那种全部都走掉那种感觉那所以他们人会不见了因为下班了人就不见了人就回家了那 at the end of the workday 就是在上班日子结束的时候呢人就走光了所以他们白天可能生意很好，可是晚上大家都下班回家了生意就不是那么好了。
The point is these are not residential areas where people are going to use it all hours of the night.
好，那重点就是这些地方不是residential area 就是住宅区那在住宅区呢晚上因为大家可能不睡觉或者睡觉睡肚子饿啦什么的就会跑出来买东西那跟商业区是不一样的。
So the general manager for operations, so he's the GM, but he's not the GM of the whole company. He's the operations GM. So his job is to just deal with the store operation. He or she noted that the company might cut back opening hours at other stores in Taiwan. So the ones that they're planning to close at night, these 400 might just be the beginning. They might cut back opening hours at other stores in Taiwan. And then as a way of kind of reassuring people, they're like, well, these stores might close at night. However, more effort was going to go into innovation and the development of combination stores. So I don't know what they mean by innovation, because innovation is one of those words that can be used to be very vague. We don't know what they mean by innovation. What's going to be innovated? What's going to be improved? We're not sure. And also the development of combination stores. And again, what do they mean by combination stores? Like, are they 7-Elevens that are part of other stores, or other stores are going to come into 7-Eleven? You know, this sentence gives me a lot of questions, clearly.
Yeah. 好，所以呢，这个地方呢，他说 the general manager for operations 就是营运部总经理。Noted 就是 to say or write something 的意思像这个写论文的时候我们常常讲说 as noted above 或者 as noted earlier 或者 as noted previously 就是如同前面曾经提到过的那在这里就是他说什么呢？他说这个公司呢 the company 就是 7-Eleven 公司呢 might 就是有这个可能性它会怎么样 cut back 就是 cut down on 或者是 make a reduction in something 所以这个地方就是他们可能会缩减 opening hours 就是营运的时间opening hours at other stores 在其他的店他们也可能会缩减他们的营运时间in Taiwan 所以台湾除了这刚刚讲400家之外，他们可能会在其他的店也会缩减他们的营运时间然后他说呢 more effort was going into 更多的努力会用在哪里用在哪里呢？ Innovation 创新，还有呢 the development of combination stores， 还有呢，他们会发展 combination stores， 就是复合店啊。那所以这个创新，也许他们可能要发展无人的这个超商啊。你去买东西的话，你可能就按键啊，他东西就给你了啊。也许是这一方面。那这个 combination stores 啊，复合店啊，也许他经营这个洗衣店啊，或者这个 7 以后看有一部分是洗衣店，或者有些地方做餐厅啊，有些地方是做其他的这个用途啊。所以这种复合店，我猜大概是这样子。
Now, at the time of the announcement, which was, as we said last March, we said in the first sentence, 7-Eleven Taiwan, so that's the name of 7-Eleven in Taiwan because 7-Eleven is a global company, they had 5,300 branches open. So there were 5,300 branches in Taiwan at that time. And there was plans to continue opening new shops.That's an interesting detail because what they're saying is we're not closing these business hours from these stores because we're going down as a company. We're still expanding. We're still opening. We're just trying to make these stores more efficient.
好，所以在他们做这个宣布的时候呢，也就是 at the time of the announcement， 就是去年3月他们在做这个宣布的时候呢，7-Eleven Taiwan 他们有这个5300家的这个分店啊。这个 open 在这里就是 which are open 的意思啊，他们有这个5300家的店是开着的，然后呢 with plans 他们有计划要 continue opening， 他们会继续开新的分店啊。那这个句子很重要，因为他就告诉你说啊，我们不是因为我们公司慢慢开始不赚钱了，我们要把店可能要缩减营业时间啊等等的，不是啊，我们其实还在继续的扩张，我们只是想要把某些店让它更有效率，能够更赚钱啊。那所以这个是很重要的一个 statement。那我们可以看到，它其实5300家关掉400家，这个比率还不是关掉，就是夜间停止营业有400家啊，而且可能还会再持续，这个比例其实也不算低。
All right, so that's it for our first article. Our second article is titled Scientists Link Soda to Colon Cancer. That's the exact kind of title that you want to hear.
好，所以我们中文标题是爱喝碳酸饮料吗？高果糖浆促进肠癌生长。
Yeah, especially soda lovers don't want to hear this. It's interesting, though, all the research that's sort of bringing out the problem of eating too much sugar. Like, we're all starting to be aware of that sugar is nice and it's not good for you in large quantities, just like anything in this world. However, I don't think people in general realize how much sugar they eat on a given day accidentally, because sugar is in all of the foods. If you're not making the food by yourself, there's probably sugar in it. Why? Because sugar makes things taste better. So you probably have sugar in every single thing that if you've bought your food from pre-prepared from a store or restaurant, you're eating sugar with every bite.
Yeah, 好，所以这个我们最近大家都了解到，糖对我们的身体其实有很严重的负面影响。好，但是呢，这个其实我们每个人每天可能在不知不觉之中都吃进了过量的糖，因为刚刚像这个 Angela 老师讲的，除非这个食物是你自己这个煮出来的，你知道里面有加糖那其实你不见得说明食材里面有加糖不过重点是，如果你是在外食或者你吃那种已经人家做好的东西的话，大部分的东西，绝大多数的东西里面都含有糖即使你觉得它吃起来不是很甜的东西，其实都有糖，因为糖会让这东西比较好吃，所以包括很多是你所谓的咸的东西，其实它里面也是有含糖的像吐司你可能不觉得很甜，但是其实那里面也是有很多糖。
So a student of mine was doing a research paper on fast food, and I learned something from that. Cheese has sugar in it.
Ooh. 哇，所以 cheese 也含糖 ，yeah.
What? I love cheese.
Yeah.
So sugar is in the weirdest places. But let's talk about soda. Let's talk about our article here. Scientists have reported that there may be a link between colon cancer and soda, or any other drink sweetened with high fructose corn syrup. For their study, scientists used mice that were predisposed to developing colon tumors and gave them a daily dose of water mixed with high fructose corn syrup. The amount of sugary liquid the mice received was equivalent to 1 can of soda per day for a human. While the mice didn't develop more tumors than the group of mice given plain water, the tumors they had were larger and more invasive. The scientists discovered that a lot of the fructose in the corn syrup traveled to the large intestine, where it helped feed the growth of the tumors. The research team believes all sugary drinks may have a similar effect in humans. Okay, that's an interesting last sentence because what they're trying to say is, it may not be just the corn syrup industry, please don't sue us.
所以最后一句好像是说这个我们不只是这个玉米糖浆的业者我所有的糖都有问题那所以不要告我们。
Now, the truth is, all sugar is not terribly good for you, but there is differences between different kinds of sugar. And if you're going to eat sugar, try to avoid fructose. Fructose acts on your body in a very efficient and terrible way. It's more likely that you will develop diabetes or gain weight and gain liver damage from fructose than from any other kind of sugar. That's the bad news. The worst news is that fructose is the only liquid sugar that really works as a liquid. And so if you're getting liquid sugar, like in your iced coffee in the summer, that's fructose, and you're basically eating poison.
Yeah.
Sorry, but now you know.
Yeah, 所以糖有很多种那这个对我们身体的影响程度不一但是这个果糖对我们的身体影响是最大的那所以真的要注意不过呢，比较不幸的消息是，果糖因为它可以做成液体所以它是很常用的一种这个糖。例如说，各位喝咖啡的时候，如果你加那个糖液体的那个糖的那个就是果糖，那个东西其实对身体有很大很大的伤害。那还有这个像大家喜欢吃的含糖饮料这个里面大概加的都是果糖，因为它本身可以做成液体，一加进去很快就融合了。
Yes, so scientists have reported that there may be a link between colon cancer and soda. This is a terrible thought. Or any other drink sweetened with high fructose corn syrup. So if there's high fructose anything in your drink, there's a link between that and colon cancer.
好，所以科学家们 have reported that 他们已经这个报告出来，也就宣布了他们宣布说呢 there may be a link 有可能有一个连结 a connection 在哪两个东西之间有连结呢？一个就是 colon cancer 就是结肠癌还有呢soda 就是碳酸汽水，那或者是不只是碳酸汽水，任何其他的饮料 sweetened with 就是使它变成有甜味。用什么东西让它变成有甜味呢？用这个果糖含量高的玉米糖浆这个 high fructose 就是这个果糖含量高的那 corn syrup 就是玉米糖浆。
So for their study, scientists used mice that were predisposed to developing colon tumors. That is a very interesting thing. Scientists actually use different kinds of mice. These mice were literally bred to easily get colon cancer, these poor mice. And so they used these mice and they gave them a daily dose, so they had them drink it every day, of what? Of water mixed with high fructose corn syrup.
好，所以 for their study 他们要做他们的研究为了他们的研究呢，这个科学家们使用了 mice 老鼠那这个老鼠怎么样 ？That were predisposed to developing colon tumors. 那 predisposed 就是在这里就是使它容易得到某种疾病的意思这个 made susceptible to something 这个 susceptible 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 这个字不好念，这 susceptible 它就是这个容易这个得到或者容易往哪边得到什么，或者容易成为怎样的那个意思所以就是他找了一些老鼠，这些老鼠呢很容易得到很有可能很容易可以developing 在这里呢就是 come to have 的意思，他们很可能会发展出或者得到出这个得到了这个 colon tumors 大肠的这个结肠的肿瘤给这种老鼠，然后呢给他们 a daily dose of water 每天喝水，那 dose 是一定的分量所以每天给他们一定的这个剂量的水，那这个水的特别的地方是 mixed with 这个水有混合这个果糖含量高的玉米糖浆。
The amount of sugary liquid the mice received was equivalent to 1 can of soda per day for a human. So they were given corn syrup water, and it was equivalent for the mouse's size to a human being drinking 1 can of soda. I just want to point out that if you're going to do that exercise I suggested where you make your writing shorter, this sentence could easily be combined with the previous sentence. You could simply say that they gave them a daily dose of water mixed with high fructose corn syrup equivalent to 1 can of soda per day for a human, and just cut out the whole beginning of the second sentence.
好，所以呢，我们先看这个句子哈。这个句子他说the amount of 也就是什么的数量呢 ？Sugary liquid， sugary 就是 containing much sugar， 就是含糖的。所以这个含糖液体的这个量呢，the mice received 他们所接受的量 was equivalent to 是相当于什么什么啊？那 equivalent 就是 equal in amount， 那相当于什么呢？相当于 one can of soda 一罐的碳酸汽水 per day for a human， 相当于人类每天喝1罐的碳酸汽水。好，那刚刚这个 Angela 讲说，这两个句子呢，其实你可以把它并成一句，好，把它变得更简洁哈。不是说他现在这样写不简洁，而是说你如果有这个需要，你要节省空间的话，你可以怎么写呢？你可以前面这个句子没有问题，一直到这个corn syrup 完，然后呢，接下来你就直接接到equivalent to 1 can of soda per day for a human 啊，这样的话意思是完全一样的，因为这个时候呢，这个 equivalent 就是which is equivalent 或者 which was equivalent 的意思，用来修饰这个 corn syrup 就这个 water 啊，这个水的量，所以你这样写意思是一样的啊，所以这两个句子你可以把它写成两个句子，也可以把它更简短的并成一个句子。
So while the mice didn't develop more tumors than the group of mice given plain water, remember, both of our groups of mice are predisposed to making tumors. They're going to make tumors because that's how their bodies are made, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is, the corn syrup mice didn't actually have more tumors. However, the tumors that they did have, even though same in number, they were worse, they were larger, and they were more invasive. So the mice were still sicker.
好，所以 while 是虽然呢，这个老鼠它不会发展出更多的肿瘤啊，比那个the group of mice given plain water 显然有对照组啊，一组是喝含糖的水，一组是喝清水 plain water。好，所以喝含糖水的这一群老鼠呢，他们不会得到比喝清水的那群老鼠更多的这个肿瘤，所以换句话说，他们不会说因为喝了糖水就有更多的肿瘤。但是问题是 the tumors they had 他们所得到的那个肿瘤呢 were larger 会比较大，而且呢 more invasive 就是 tending to invade or intrude 比较有侵略性。好，那比较有侵略性也就是它比较容易扩张啊。那所以这个当然癌症最怕转移最怕扩张，但这种癌呢它很有侵略性，或者它会这个很容易就长得越来越大。
So the scientists discovered that a lot of the fructose in the corn syrup traveled to the large intestine. So instead of getting dissolved or absorbed in the small intestine, it made it all the way through to the large intestine, and that's where it helped feed the growth of the tumors, because cells need sugar to grow, they need energy, and so basically your large intestine tumors were like, oh, hey, great, food.
好，所以这个科学家们发现说 a lot of the fructose 就是很多的这个果糖in the corn syrup 在这个玉米糖浆里面很多的果糖它会 traveled to 它会旅行也就是它会跑到哪里去呢？它会跑到the large intestine 就是跑到大肠去。那 where 就在大肠的地方呢 it helped 它会帮忙 feed the growth of the tumors feed 在这里就 provide food for 它会喂养那当然养的是什么呀？养让这个肿瘤呢成长所以它会会促进这个肿瘤的成长叫做 feed the growth of the tumors。So
the research team that studied this believes that all sugary drinks may have a similar effects on humans. And sugar basically cut it down to improve your health.
Yeah, 好，那the research team 就是这个研究的团队 believes 他们认为all sugary drinks 所有的这个含糖饮料那这个所谓的 sugary 这个含糖其实通常感觉起来不会是含一点点糖了sugary 我们刚刚讲它是 containing much sugar 的意思，所以你如果含糖饮料你喝的够甜，你喜欢喝甜的那种含糖饮料的话呢 它很有可能会 have a similar effect 很可能有类似的一个效果或者类似的影响 in humans 在人体里面可能有类似的影响所以这个只是最近提出来一份这个很多的报告之一最近somehow这个网络上面很多人在传这个糖对人的身体有多么的不好那这个大部分都感觉还蛮可信的所以大家其实尽量少喝一点。那我是觉得从我学生或者是我认识的一些比较年轻人，他们喝含糖饮料是频率太高了那真的是 现在你可能觉得不怎么样，等到你年纪再长一点，你可能很多问题都会跑出来。
Yeah. So please take care of your health. We'd like you to stick around.
Yeah.
So that's all we have for today. We had a lot today. That was a very packed full lesson, but hopefully it was useful to you. And we'll see you again next time for more Ivy English.